Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Overcast, cloudy day here at the homestead. Today is Friday, April 28th, and wanted to do a quick video today. Got some blue skies over here hiding, but very overcast, very cloudy. I wanted to talk to you guys today about something I kind of think is like super important, and I know I've mentioned this in other videos, but just with recent events of everything that's been going on around the world with the whole North Korea thing and all of that, I think it's important to say, it's funny. It's like what was on at work last night? One of the news channels, I can't remember which one it was, and that Rachel Maddow, I think is her name. And so she says, she's talking about Trump there, and she was saying how he was saying that there's a high probability that we could have a conflict with North Korea. So that's what she focused on, that part of it. But she didn't focus on the rest of the conversation of where he said that he wanted to deal with it diplomatically and did not want to have to, do it militarily, and that he's been working with China on trying to resolve the issue. It's funny how they like pick bits and pieces of things and put their own spin on it the way that they want to have it, broadcast to the public. But when you look at things objectively and overall, and look at the full content of everything that's being put out there, you can say, hey, wait a minute, they didn't report everything. So that's one of the things, like I said to you guys before, about making sure that you are being objective in getting different sources for your news and stuff like that. But that being said, the situation over in North Korea right now is obviously a very tumultuous one, and it's difficult to have to deal with that and see that kind of stuff every day. It's scary. It's very scary. So, what advice would I give to you guys out there? One of the main things that I've said to you guys before is add to your food storage. I mean, everything else can be acquired, to be honest with you. A lot of things can be acquired. I mean, if you have guns and ammo to be able to protect yourself already, have a water source in place, and have that squared away. Those are important because you have to be able to defend yourself, and you got to have water because without fresh water you're dead in 3 days. So it's kind of real important that you have water. But the biggest thing, and you got to have a decent place to shelter, obviously. But without having any food, it's 6 weeks without food and you're starved to death. Now, would you want to go 2-3 weeks without having anything really substantial to eat? I know I wouldn't. I mean, it's just it's a very scary thing. So food preparation, having enough food in place is really important. So my advice to you guys right now, if I was out there and I was like an intermediate beginner or even a brand new beginner in prepping, stock up on food. I mean, when I say stock up on food, I mean really stock up on food. A couple 100 pounds of rice can go a long way, okay? And you can supplement other things around that. A couple 100 pounds of rice, if you go to like Sam's Club, a 50-pound bag of rice is a little over $20. That's cheap, guys. That's cheap because something like that could save your life. So, to get 200 pounds of rice, you're looking at $80. That's really not a big expense in the long run of things if you look at it. And let's say you can't afford to do that all at once. Go buy a 50-pound bag. That's $20. That's one trip to McDonald's for a family of 3, And that rice could really prolong your life and last a long time. Now, yes, would it get boring? Oh, Eddie's coming back. He went to get the mail. Would it get boring eating rice all the time? Absolutely, it would suck. But the thing is, having something as opposed to nothing, what would your option be? You know what I mean? Now, obviously, I would definitely suggest, supplementing things and having other things to eat besides just rice. But, that's a really cheap staple that you can get that has an indefinite shelf life, as far as storage goes. Now, another thing that I would definitely suggest putting up is pasta. Pasta also lasts forever, okay? Just, hey, bub, yeah, just put that in the house, honey. Put that on the table and I'll come and get it in a second. Pasta's real good. You know, if you don't make your own homemade sauce, then you know you can get the sauce in the they have it now. They used to do it in glass jars. Now they do it in plastic jars. You know, get some sauce. You know, those things like that. That's important. You know, get some canned goods. You know, get some beans. Like I said, I've done a lot of videos recently where I've really added to my bean storage, and it was something that I really wanted to focus on, and so I did. And I've probably added on. I would hate to guess how much I've added. I'll bet you I've added on over 100 pounds of beans within the last year. You know, but it was something that I was lacking on. That I looked at my food storage and I said, you know what, this is a spot that I really need to work on, because again, beans are protein. It's a good protein source. So you know, really look at your situation, look at what you have, and say, how long could I survive on what I have right now? And do it, and be honest with yourselves, okay? A lot of people don't have a week's worth of food in their house. Well, if a major event happens, and here's how it's going to happen, guys, to be honest with you, okay? You know, and I don't pull punches, and anybody that knows me knows that I speak right from the heart, and I tell the truth. One day everything's going to be normal, and in the next minute we're going to wake up to chaos. I mean, that's really how it'll be. Or it'll just be you're in your normal day doing your normal thing, and then all of a sudden basically all hell breaks loose. I mean, those are things you got to really think about, you know. And so you always have to have your mindset ready for those things, and a big part of that is food preparation. Because if the trucks stop rolling, okay, and I want you to think about this, guys, if the trucks stop rolling, delivering that food like they do all the time, those stores are going to be out of food in 3 days, and probably faster, because once people realize that, you know, oh my God, this is a really bad thing, and they all run to the store at the same time, first of all, that's going to be chaotic in itself, okay? And the thing is, you don't want to be in that situation at that time, because that could become a very dangerous situation. So having things in place and having things ready, so that if something happens, your biggest motivation is to get your butt home, okay? To make sure your kids are home, to make sure that, you know, you're ready in that aspect. So those are important things, I believe. Now the sun peeked out. Oh, look at that. Now weird. How? Okay, I got to show you guys. This is a trip. Now those clouds passed, and now it's blue open skies. How weird is that, right? Very, very bizarre. But today's going to be that way. They said there was going to be some sun and some clouds. And I don't mean to get off track on that, but I just wanted to share that with you. But anyway, you know, it's scary right now. And, you know, it's being prepared the best you can be is definitely very, very important. And food is such a huge part of that, because, I mean, if you go back in history and look at anything that's ever happened, I got to clean this real quick, guys, sorry. Okay, if you go back in history and look at anything that's happened, starvation is a huge, huge thing. I mean, it's a huge thing. So giving yourself any advantage that you can, and that's realistically what it's all about, is giving yourself that advantage to survive. And a big, big part of that is having enough food. So, like I said, my suggestion, if somebody came to me right now and said, Ed, what should I do as far as getting ready? You know, with everything that's going on. It's scary times, scary times. Big part of that would be food. I would say load up on as much food as you possibly can right now and get ready. And I got a whole menagerie of cats coming out here too, guys. Might as well show you that. Buddy just came out, and Eddie just let Lucy out. We got Socks over here, and Maxie's over here chilling. That's 4 to 5. Oh, there's the boss. See, she's the boss. Lucy, what happened? Oh, I know, she's mean. So anyway, guys, like I said, I'm sorry I get off track with my cats. They're my babies. Food storage. Load up, guys. Really, truly, I'm telling you this from my heart, because I've been doing it. I mean, I've showed it on videos. And the thing is, what I've showed on videos is not even all of what I've done as far as food preparation lately. So be smart, okay? Get to it, guys, really. I'm going to go ahead and end this video, but I hope everybody has had a good week. You know, don't be scared, be prepared. That's realistically, it's great advice. Don't be scared. Don't live your life in fear. Be ready, okay? So, remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day how you feel. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And, you know, remember, guys, it's STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. And right now, the thing that you need to be doing is getting your food storage squared away. Be ready, guys, because who knows what's going to happen. I mean, there's no telling. There really isn't. And I'm hoping that things can be settled peacefully. But you never know. You never know with unstable people, you know, around the world. And, you know, and realistically, who's the unstable people? Are we? Or are they? You know, the news media is going to tell you that they are. But you never know. So, I mean, just be smart, be ready, and, you know, do what you have to do. Alright, guys? I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.